Hi everyone, and welcome to your yoga practice here at The Social, and welcome to this absolutely beautiful space that we have the luxury of practicing in today. So today's yoga practice is going to be all about remembering or maybe even learning to just love the body and the skin that you're in. And it kind of sounds like one of these really sort of cliched Dove advertising sort of things, but it is a really challenging thing to come to terms with, and it was probably the reason that I really took and stayed with yoga when I first started practicing. And so today's practice is probably going to be one of the more cheesy practices that I like to indulge in, but it's some of the stuff that, cheesy as it might sound, really helped me come to terms with who I was when I sort of first walked in and stood on my mat when I was 18, 19 years old, and just kind of really didn't like who I was, didn't like what I looked like, and made me really anxious to look people in the eye and be confident enough to do the things that I wanted and loved to do. So welcome to your cheesy love in for your body, for yourself, and I hope you enjoy it as much as possible. As always, take it easy, feel free to pause and look at the screen and check out what's going on, but more than anything, just come in, enjoy yourself and be free. So let's go step on our yoga mat. And today we'll actually start standing. So I'll start by facing you, but you can just face the front of your space or your yoga mat. And you're just going to take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, and then you can just close your eyes or soften your gaze. Just let yourself take a nice deep breath all the way in. And a nice deep breath all the way out. And you kind of feel your heart and your belly rise. And then your heart and your belly fall as you breathe out. And just see if you can come to terms with that sort of feeling of touching your body underneath your hands, touching your chest and touching your stomach. And just begin to kindly begin to listen to the kind of thoughts that whir through your head when you come into contact with your body. Whether it's looking at it, whether it's feeling it from the outside or feeling it from the inside. And just see where you're at with your relationship with your body, the kind of physical part of you on this particular day. And again, you're not looking in a way which is scrutinizing, you're not looking in a way which is picky, but you're taking a step back and you're going, okay, hello, how are we today? And if it's something positive, then you're going, oh, amazing, I'm glad that we've come this far. If it's something negative, you're looking on yourself compassionately and saying, I understand that you feel this way, but today we're going to try and make some strides to become kinder, to become more loving, more respectful. And then, just to begin with for today, see if you can just start to practice being thankful for the physicality of your body. So it's not, maybe we're not okay with how it looks, maybe we're not okay with how it racks up in comparison to anything else. But you're just going, thank goodness I have this body that allows me to stand tall. Thank goodness I have this thing that holds my incredible personality, that holds my beating heart, that holds the lungs that let me breathe. How lucky and grateful I am to have this body to help me do all of those things. And there are some people that don't have those luxuries. And maybe your mantra for your practice today just becomes thank you. Just thank you. And then see if you can let yourself dive into the mindset of starting to explore that physicality through movement. And just every now and then stopping to say, thank you body for enabling me to be able to move in this incredible, maybe new, maybe exciting way. And then with that, just facing the top of your mat. As you breathe in, just let your arms drop by your sides and then stretch all the way up towards the ceiling. And then as you breathe out, just gently let your hands come back and towards your chest. And then we'll start to add on. So again, breathe in from your feet, through your body, stretch your arms up. And then this time as you breathe out, let your knees soften, let your spine soften, just fold all the way forwards, let your chin drop into your chest. And then again, breathe in, push into the ground, roll all the way back up to stand, stretch your arms up. And exhale, bring your hands back into your chest. Adding on, breathe in, stretch your arms up. Breathe out, fold all the way forwards. Easy knees, easy spine. Inhale, look forwards. Try and get a nice long spine, shoulder blades together, collarbone smiley. And then breathing out, soften again, fold in. Inhale, push into the ground, stretch your arms all the way up and overhead. Breathing out, hands all the way in towards your chest. Okay, adding on, breathe in, stretch your arms all the way up. Breathing out, fold all the way forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, look forwards. And then as you breathe out, fingertips to the ground, step your right leg all the way back into a lunge and lower your right knee down towards the floor. And as you breathe in, push into the ground, stretch your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, bring your hands in towards your chest. And then as you breathe in, start to fly your arms open like big wings, rolling your chest up to the ceiling. And then exhale, pull your belly in, round through your spine, give yourself a big hug. Big hug. Hello, body. Thank you. Okay, breathe in, roll it open. I said it was going to be cheesy. There was a forewarning. Okay, exhale, but mean it. You're like, it's cheesy, but I love it. I'm going to give myself a big cuddle. Hug it in. One more time. Breathe in. Whoo, fly it all the way open. Really, really feel it all the way across your chest. Big wings, and then exhale, squeeze it all the way in. Big snuggle. Inhale, push into the ground, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. And then breathing out, bring your hands all the way down towards the floor, spread through your fingers, tuck your toes, and you're going to step back to that upside down facing V shape, so downward facing dog, just for a second. Breathe in to curl forwards to plank, bring your shoulders over your wrists. And then exhale, elbows in, lower all the way down towards the ground. Just for this first round, toenails on the ground as you breathe in, reach your fingers back. Exhale, clasp your fingertips behind you. If you can reach, if not, just keep reaching them back. Breathe in to lift your legs. Backs of your knees straight, and then breathe out, hands by your ribcage. Stretch your elbows back as you breathe in, don't change anything, just push into your hands, tip upwards. Keep your neck long, collarbones broad. And then breathe out, tuck your toes, take it back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths, deep breath in. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2, you can wiggle it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, 3, just getting to know your body, wiggle around. Okay, as you breathe in, step your feet closer and then reach your right leg up towards the ceiling or towards the wall behind you. And then as you breathe out, squeeze your right knee as tight as you can into your chest. See if you can step it all the way to the top of your mat. If it doesn't reach, lean into your left hand, use the back of your right hand to lug forwards. Lower your left knee down, and then breathing in again, stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. Exact same thing. Okay, so breathe out, pull your hands in towards your chest. Inhale, fly all the way open. Exhale, round, give yourself a squeeze. Inhale, fly all the way open. Exhale, cuddle number 2. Breathing in, big glorious heart lifting, like woo, glory moment, and then exhale, bring it in for cuddle number 3. Lucky number 3. As you breathe in, stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. So this is what's called Anjaneyasana. Easy shoulders, and then breathe out to bring your fingertips down towards the ground. Step your left foot all the way up to the top of your mat. You can breathe in to look forwards, halfway lift. And exhale, soften, fold. Breathe in to push down to the ground. Stretch your arms all the way up and overhead. And breathe out, hands all the way in towards your chest. Okay, so changing up or staying the same. As you breathe in, reach your arms. Exhale, soften, deflate, fold forwards. Inhale to look forwards, halfway lift. Breathe out. This time step your left leg back. You have the option to lower your knee like before or keep your knee lifted. And as you breathe in, roll up through your spine, stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, easy shoulders, hands in towards your chest. Keeping your back leg straight if you can. As you breathe in, roll your chest open. Think of lifting your ribs up off your hips. And then as you breathe out, maybe you bend your back knee, round, give yourself a cuddle. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen, fly open. Exhale, squeeze and snuggle, roll in. Inhale, roll it open, it's going to be wobbly. And exhale, give yourself a nice big hug. This time, straight away, breathe in, reach your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Stretch it out, then exhale, bring your hands down towards the ground, step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in to curl it forwards, plank, shoulders over ribs. Exhale, elbows in, knees lifted or lower, lower all the way down to the ground. This time just straighten, toenails on the ground, elbows and shoulders long and back, reach up, cobra. Exhale to tuck your toes, drift back downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. And then breathe in, feet slightly closer, stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out, step your left foot all the way up towards the top of your mat, knee under ankle, or you lug it forwards. Back knee down or back knee lifted, inhale, roll up into your lunge. Exhale, bring your hands in towards your chest. And don't worry if we're not breathing at the exact same time, we'll meet up. Okay, as you breathe in, roll your chest open, big fly like you're a big eagle. And then exhale, bend your back knee, ooh, give yourself a big squeeze. Like you mean it. Inhale, fly open 2. Exhale, snuggle on in. Drawing your belly in, tailbone down. Inhale, ooh, fly it open, wobble, wobble. Exhale, hug it in 3. And then breathe in to push into the ground, fly it all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fingertips towards the floor. Step your right foot to the top. And breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, soften, fold. Breathe in, push into the floor, curl up through your spine, stretch up. Urdhva Uphasta, hands, and then exhale, hands in towards your chest. Okay, this time breathe in, push into the ground, stretch your arms up. Breathing out, deflate, fold it forwards, nice devotional fold forwards, Uttanasana. Breathe in, look forwards. As you exhale, step back to plank. Hold as you breathe in. Exhale, this time lower all the way or halfway, completely up to you. As you breathe in, pull your body forwards and up through your arms, neck lifting up nice and long. Then exhale to push into the ground, squeeze your belly in, roll back down dog. Straight away this time, breathe in, reach your right leg up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, squeeze your right knee tight into your chest, step it all the way forwards. This time bring your left heel down, so your right heel and the inner arch of your left foot are in line, and then cartwheel your arms up. So your ankles are underneath your wrist creases, your hips are level, sides of your waist are long, and fingertips are reaching out. Okay. And then as you breathe in, you're going to straighten through your front leg. I want you to gather up all this kind of energy, this nice glorious sunshiny, you can imagine you're here with me, sunshiny energy through your hands. Then as you breathe out, bend your front knee and pull that all back in towards your chest. You might even just bring your hands to touch at your chest as you come down, this compassionate moment. And then again, breathe in, straighten your leg, reach it all the way up, gather it up, gather it up, gather it up. Exhale, bring it back in towards your chest. Okay, breathing in, last time, inhale. Gather it up, gather it up, gather it up. Proud moment, glorious moment. Exhale, bring your hands back in towards your chest. And then as you breathe in, flip the palm of your right hand, left arm down your back leg. You can even keep your left hand to your heart as you take it back so you still have this compassionate moment. And then as you breathe out, begin to straighten through your right leg. This time your hips are sassy, like you're on a catwalk, and your spine is long, so it's still coming out to the center of your hips. Soft little bend in your right knee, bring your right hand down. Keep your right hip going back, right side of your waist reaching forwards. Roll your belly in, but your ribs up to the ceiling, and then stretch your left arm up. Okay, so Trikonasana, triangle pose. Okay, loads of triangles everywhere. And then as you breathe out, just let yourself soften, let your left arm kind of fall down towards the floor. And then as you breathe in, by pressing into your feet, feel that energy rise up through your legs, through your belly, across your chest, through your shoulders to roll your left arm back up. 2 more. Exhale, circle all the way down. Inhale, roll up. And again, exhale, circle down. As you inhale, stretch your left arm up. As you breathe out, begin to bend your right knee, guide yourself into Warrior 2. Inhale into a Sun Warrior moment, maybe left hand to your heart. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down towards the ground. You can either step straight to down dog or step to plank and lower. Breathe into Cobra, up dog. And exhale to drift it back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Okay, same thing other side. Breathe in, stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, step your left foot all the way up towards the top of the mat. This time, right heel comes down, so your left heel is in line with the inner arch of your right foot. Cartwheel your arms all the way up. Okay. And then from there again, just get yourself comfy, nice and hips level, sides of your waist long, reaching energy up through your legs, through your sides, out through your fingertips. Okay. Left knee in line with your second toe. As you breathe in, gathered up, strong, victorious stance, and then exhale, bring your hands back through center, maybe hands to your heart as you bend your front knee. Inhale, really feel glorious, lift your chest, rise it up, I am worthy moment, and then breathing out, come through center, hands to your chest. Inhale, reach it all the way up. Exhale, bring all that glory back down. Let it sit there. As you breathe in, maybe right hand stays at your heart or down your back leg. You can reach your left arm up and back, come into a sun warrior moment. And then as you exhale, straighten through your left leg. Left hip bone slides underneath you, tailbone to the back of the room. Sides of your waist long, a little sneaky bend in your left knee so you don't hyperextend. Left hand can come down and then roll your right arm from the side of your waist up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, let your upper body soften, roll your right arm down as if you're strumming a massive guitar, you're in AC/DC, and then as you breathe in, push into the ground, roll it all the way open. Exhale, circle it down. Inhale, roll open. And again, exhale, circle down. Again, breathe in to stretch your right arm up. And then as you breathe out, bend through your left knee, glide into warrior two. Inhale to your sun warrior, hand down your back leg or right hand to heart. And then exhaling, cartwheel your hands down to the ground, either straight to down dog or step to plank and lower. Breathing into your low back bend as high or as low as you like. Then exhale to drift it back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths, deep inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Pressing your thighs back. Exhale 2, relaxing your neck. Deep breath in. And exhale 3. Okay, as you breathe in, stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out, step your right foot all the way up to the top of your mat. Again, you might need to use your hand to glide it there. You're just going to slide your left foot about like a foot or half a foot forwards. Let your left heel come down to the ground. So your toes are pointing out to about 10 o'clock. Okay? And then push into your right foot so your right hip swings back in. Maybe there's a bend in your knee, maybe your hands are up on your shins, or if you have books or blocks, you can put them there. Move your entire bum back, pull your entire chest forward so your spine is long, and then as you breathe out, maybe you begin to fold. And that right knee can still be bent, absolutely, you can see it's bent. The hips stay back, chest goes forward, you'll still feel a nice stretch. Maybe your fingertips are on the ground. Yeah, a breath or two. And this is just a moment for yourself, so poses where we're kind of opening up, where we're swinging around, where we're exposing our chest, that's kind of moments almost where we feel like we have to prove ourselves, or we're like, I am glorious, see, look, I'll show you. And then you get these moments where you get to fold inwards and you're like, actually I am. You get the moment to look in and go, actually I don't need to prove it to anyone, because if I become quiet enough, if I look deep enough, I don't need the approval. I don't need to prove it to anyone. And I just begin to notice it quietly. I start to feel it quietly. Start to feel your own self-worth, your own self-beauty. And from there, as you breathe in next, you can look forwards, bend your right knee. This is a bit of a tricky one. You're going to push into your right foot and walk your fingertips forward, lift your left leg up. Now your left leg doesn't really have to be high, but it has to not be lazy. It's like powerful leg. Okay, your toes can be pointed or flexed. And then from there, keep your right hip squeezing back and begin to soften over your right leg. Squeezing your right inner thigh in towards your left inner thigh. And it's going to be like, ooh, a bit sneaky on that outer right hip. Definitely. Okay. And then I'm just going to move so you can see what's happening, but you've still got your right foot on the floor. I want you just to look forwards, and you can kind of like go wonder if it's Laura doing. So my right foot's on the floor, my left leg is lifted up, and then I'm going to bend my knee and I'm going to kind of go into a curtsy. So my left knee comes to the outside of my right shin, and I'm just going to slide all the way down, and I'm going to sit on the inside of my heel. If that didn't work, you take your left leg forward, you step your right leg over, and it's the exact same thing. Okay. You can keep your leg straight or you can squeeze it in. You're going to take your right fingertips behind you, and then as you breathe in, reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Breathing out, begin to twist towards the right, hook your left elbow around your right knee. You just take a breath in, lift longer, and as you breathe out, twist a little bit deeper. 2 more deep breath in. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. And as you breathe in, come through center. Exhale, just begin to push into your legs. See if you can lean yourself forward so your hands are back at the front of your mat. Step straight back to downward facing dog. If you feel like rolling through plank and going down to the floor, into the back bend, back to down dog, then take this time to do that. If not, just hang tight in down dog. And then once we've all joined up, as you breathe in, reach your left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, just step your left foot all the way or as far forward as it's going to go. Begin to slide your right foot slightly forwards by like a foot or half a foot. You've got hip width between your heels, front toes point to 12, back toes point to about 2 o'clock. Squeeze your left hip back in, send your entire bum back, entire chest forward so your spine is long, left knee can always be bent. And then as you breathe out, start to fold over that left leg. So we've gone from all these very open postures, these very big moments where we're sort of going, yes, I am. But now instead of having to prove it and act it, you start to turn your awareness inwards and feel it. I am beautiful, I am worthy. I am grateful for the skin that I'm in, for the body that I've been given that can move, that can house the incredible person that I am, so that I can interact with all the other incredible people that surround me. And then from there, take a breath in, look forwards. As you breathe out, lean your weight into your left leg, walk your fingertips forwards, push into your left leg, lift your right leg up. So your left leg doesn't have to be straight, right leg just has to be powerful, knee can be bent. Keep swinging your left hip back, and then begin to fold over your left leg. Smooth, steady breath, slightly grumpy left leg, most likely. But you're breathing. That's the most important thing. You're going to take one more breath. This big breath in, and big breath out. And as you breathe in and look forwards, you can stay where you are again. I'm just going to cozy on over. So you're standing on your left leg, you're going to bend your left knee, take your right knee to the outside of your left knee and lower all the way down. You're sitting to the inside of your right heel. And again, you can stay there, otherwise take your right leg straight, left leg steps over, leg can stay straight or it can zip in. Take your left fingertips behind you, and as you breathe in, you can stretch your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. And then as you breathe out, revolve your belly button towards your thigh, hook your elbow around your knee. Again, nice deep breath in. And deep breath out. 2 more, just giving that leg a nice big snuggle. And exhale 2. 1 more time, big breath in. And big breath out. From there, you can come back through to center. Again, you'll just lean yourself forward, palms towards the ground, any way that's comfy. Step your way back to downward facing dog. If you want to go through to plank and lower and go into your back bend and come back, then go for it. Otherwise, just really push into your hands, send your butt nice and high, press your thigh bones back, get a big glory moment stretch. And then from there, you'll just walk or step your knees all the way up to your wrists, cross your ankles behind you, and come to lie all the way down your back. So you might want to watch this for a second, especially if you're new. If you have any neck injuries or you've never done yoga before, you might just want to take the first option. Okay, so option 1 is to lie down on your back, and you can start to lengthen your legs up towards the ceiling. And you might just stay here. So we're looking for an inversion. Having your legs above your hips is an inversion already. So you can hold on to the backs of your legs and stay here. Okay, especially if you have neck injuries or any big spinal injuries or you're just a bit nervous, then you'll stay here. Okay. Option 2 is you might go into a shoulder stance. So to do that, bring your knees nice and close into your chest, spine is nice and neutral, neck is nice and central. You'll push into your elbows, a little bit of momentum with your legs, and grab a hold of your hips with your hands. You can stay there if that's like, ooh, scary, you stay. Or squeeze your legs together and begin to push your feet up towards the ceiling while you support your hips, so your lower back or maybe the back of your rib cage. Using your elbows as a little support. And if this is just blissful, you can stay here squeezing your legs. If it feels nice, you can just begin to let your legs drop back behind you. Your legs might just be dangling, they might touch the floor, it doesn't matter. You can keep your hands supporting your hips, or you can interlace your fingers behind you, squeeze your shoulders in a little bit more. Get a stretch out to the backs of your legs, your lower back. And so again, you have this luxury internal moment. Should feel nice and as well. And if you'd like to, you can be crazy and bend your knees if you'd like. And to come back down, you'll unravel your hands, palms of your hands face down. You're going to use your belly as a brake and your arms as a runway. So you're pushing into your hands, belly's nice and strong. And you're just going to roll all the way down. Bring the soles of your feet straight to the ground, so hopefully lower back and spine feels really nice and open. Make sure your feet are parallel, tickle the backs of your heels with your fingers, and then as you breathe in, lift your arms up and overhead, feel your chest lift. And as you breathe out, push into your feet, press your knees forward, feel your hips lift, and then work to pull your chest to your chin, knees forwards, chest to chin, knees forwards. So you're separating yourself in two opposite directions. You can work your arms back by your sides. Maybe again you interlace your fingers underneath you, shimmy your shoulders in. Try and relax your bum and squeeze your inner thighs together. So you're not having to get them to touch, but they're staying hip width. And again, you get this nice heart opening moment. Okay. If you're someone who practices yoga, I mean some people are going to be new, some people do this all the time. You're just going to take your hands behind you maybe. Fingertips point to your shoulders, wrist creases in line with your ears. And then you'll push into your hands, maybe just stop on the top of your head for a moment, make sure your hands are comfy, squeeze your elbows together, and then press your shins forward, pull your chest through your arms. Come into a nice big wheel pose. Again, bum nice and relaxed. Shins forwards, chest back. And as you breathe out, whether you're up or in your bridge, you can tuck your chin into your chest, slowly start to roll all the way down through your spine. Take your feet so they're mat width distance apart. Let your knees kind of sway from side to side, side to side, side to side. And then from there, cross your right leg over your left leg, hop your hips slightly to the right, knees drop over to the left, and gaze over your right shoulder into a little twist. Maybe even take your left hand to your right hip and just sort of push that forwards as you press your right shoulder down. And then you can switch it up, come back through center, change the crossing of your legs, left leg over the right, hip slightly to the left, knees over to the right, twist it out, and close your eyes. Maybe left hand is, or right hand is pushing left hip forwards. Give me a little bit more space. And from there, gently come back through to center. Maybe you're giving yourself a hug, maybe you're walking your legs out into Shavasana. And if that's the case, if you've got some time, just hang out in Shavasana for as long as you can. Just a luxury long moment in Shavasana. Feeling your heartbeat, feeling your breath. Allowing yourself to feel nice and at peace and thankful for this body of yours that carried you through that yoga practice, that showed up, even if it maybe didn't want to. And whenever you're ready, it might be in a while, you can gently, in whatever way is comfortable, bring yourself up to a seated position at the top of your mat. You can bring your hands to your heart, close your eyes or soften your gaze. Gently bring your hands to the center of your forehead. Always a reminder of clarity of thought. To your lips for honesty and integrity of speech. And then down towards your heart for clarity of action. Always allowing your unique and your wonderful light to shine for the things you're thinking, saying and doing every moment of every day. And when you're ready, take a huge big bow to yourself. Big bow and thank you to everyone else who joined us online here at the social. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. I hope you really do take that sense of loving yourself and being grateful for this shell that we've been given, and more comfortable, more at ease with it, because it makes a huge difference to how you carry and feel about yourself in your day-to-day life. So I wish you all the best, and I hope to catch you here as somewhere as lovely as this soon. See you soon. Bye, guys.